Hey, it is really late, but I got my groceries, and I did promise myself that I would do a trade review after every day of trading, so here we go. Oh, let's see. The SPY put in these highs here, and before I had this trend line, I had it a little tighter, and so it looked like the SPY was breaking trend here to me. Maybe on the 15-minute chart. I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to see what I wanted to see instead of seeing what was there. But anyway, so I thought that it was going to break trend here, and I grabbed a put, and obviously it did not break trend here. So it went up, and then it actually broke trend, had a nice little fall. And so I'm thinking, well, I'll get short into a push, which is to say buy puts. And I bought a put, and it kept going, and I was like, well, I just got a bad entry, so I'll average down. So I averaged down, and then I thought, well, so with this strategy that I'm trying, basically when a trend breaks, you risk the top of the previous candle, and you're looking at the 15-minute chart. But we'll just call this the top of the 15-minute chart. Or the 15-minute candle. And I think that's where I was initially risking. And then as it was teasing that, I was like, well, that's really close to high of day. So maybe I'll risk high of day. And so I did. And it broke out past high of day on really low volume. And you can see these are not very impressive moves. But when it did break out, this was an ascending triangle right here. So you can just measure from the top here, 393.26, to the bottom here, 392.7. So call it 25 to 70. So you're looking at least a 50-cent move. If it's a textbook ascending triangle, and it was. So let's see, we got 393.25, so it should go to 394. Oh, 50-cent move, so it should go to 75, and it does. And it holds above that, kind of just, so I stopped out, so it came down, tested resistance, and I'm thinking, okay, if it holds resistance, then I have to get out. So it holds resistance and pushes, and oh wait, no, this was before. Okay, so it broke out of the ascending triangle, and I'm thinking this is going to go at least another 50 cents. The delta was something like 60. And so I didn't want to lose another 30 bucks times two, and so I cut it finally for a $60 loss. And that kind of sucked. And then I saw this red candle, so I bought a put, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to risk this high. And so it comes back down and tests resistance, and that's when I was like, if it holds resistance, I got to get out. So old resistance, new support, it holds the new support, and it pushes, so I got out. And at some point in here, probably right here, or I took a break because it was a big loss and it was hard. And I was thinking, I took this loss, so I need to just walk away and not risk any more capital today. I don't want to exacerbate the situation. But I was like, wrestling with myself on the topic. And what I came to is I am an astute and experienced trader, and I didn't want to end the day down that much. So what I needed to do was get back in there and wait for my right calls and wait for my signals and just play it right. Like, just do it right. And so I did. I was looking for the big move, and I was waiting for my signal and looking for the big move, and I took paper cuts along the way, just like chopping me up, but eventually I did catch the big move. So I think I probably took a break after this one, or maybe even after my big loss. Came back 10 minutes later and then took this one. I'm not really sure. But then it pushes off, and I'm glad I took my cut there. That was a good cut. And it comes up and, oh, you know what? This one right here, this was an excellent entry. It was a really good trade, and I had a target. My target was actually below this resistance, but it wound up holding and creating this trend line. So, sorry for the go backsies so many times, but this was kind of a good trade because I stuck to the plan and followed my rules and everything. So that it was a good trade. It just didn't work out. And then this one right here. So let's see, you got 1, 2, 3 candles. This candle was a high volume push that didn't end well. And so I got short into the top of this candle, but then it kept pushing. So I was like, nope, I'm out. I can't afford to lose money when I'm trying to make money. So I'm out. And then it came back down, of course, and let's see, why was I motivated in here? It was a hard pull and a light push. So I grabbed a put, and then it continued down, but it got this doji, and it started pushing. I was like, nope, I'm out, cut. I think I lost $1 on this one. Yeah, I lost $1 on this trade. So that's really good. And then it put in this beautiful signal here. So there was a volume profile right across the top here, on a different time frame. It's a whole number, and it was a high volume morning star. So all of that said, this should be doomed, but I didn't want to get chopped up anymore. I gave it a second, and I was right. It had a hard pull, and then it pushed into that. And so I grabbed a put, risking the top of this candle. So it pushed up, it didn't get back up there. I was risking the top of this candle. And then as it started coming down, I was risking this downtrend here. So this was a beautiful patience play. It bounced everywhere I kind of expected to bounce, and it stopped everywhere I kind of expected to stop. I mean, this was just textbook, just beautiful. And I kind of wish that I had had the gall to add to this winner as it failed these key levels. So you can see as it's dumping through, it bounces on the previous resistance, and then it gets stuffed at old support. And then it falls through, tests, bounces, tests, just goes down more. And it was just textbook. And then here, as we're getting into the close, we started losing downward momentum. There was a lot of indecision. It was still above VWAP and still green on the day, and it had this support from earlier. And so I decided to take my $50 with a smile on my face. This did push, and it scared me a little bit. Where did I get scared at? I think I was scared on this push, mostly because time was running out and we were going into the close, and I didn't want an end of day rip. So I was a little bit scared here, but I didn't panic profit. I let it come back down, and I got profit on the move down. So that last trade was just, I'm really proud of it, and I'm really proud of myself for getting back in there after taking some hard knocks and carving back a piece for myself. So thank you for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to. I do these every day. I like to answer questions, so if you have questions, definitely drop them in the comments, and may the market be merciful. Bye.